Hey there, it's CJ. I'm in my apartment in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I don't want to freak anybody out, but I'm in the bath. But it's cool. I'm not like, I'm not doing like nude scenes or anything like that. I'm way beyond that point. But I want to talk about skincare. This is on my face. It's a very inexpensive avocado mask, but it does the trick. It's part of my regimen, uh, once or twice a week, and I'm talking to the fellas. Even if you're young. I mean, if you have like really really great glowing skin and you're young and you're healthy, if you want to keep it, because as you get older, things are going to happen anyway to your skin. But if you want to really really maintain it, you know. And be your best looking self, such as it is for me, what you have to do is you have to take care of your skin. That involves uh, regular cleaning. Uh, and you could probably get away with the soap and water when you're young, when you're a gross boy. But as you get older, uh, you really need to start doing things. This is an avocado mask. It's got nutrients that are really really great topically for your skin. So you know this in, specifically this mask moisturizes. It enables greater luster to the skin, but also without being oily, because you don't want like oily skin. You want skin to be you want skin to like look smooth, and you want it to look yeah well balanced and everything. Now I get breakouts occasionally. It's just basic old pimple from heat. Like I walk around a lot in the Louisiana summer, and that heat will break my face out, will break my skin out. So you want to maintain it. Uh, you want to do stuff like this. There are other options there, and sometimes it's good to balance. Maybe sometimes you want to do like a, a nutrient enriching mask like this. And sometimes you want to do maybe a cleansing charcoal mask, which is really, really good. Uh, I have, this is what I typically do, these types of masks. And then I've also got a clear gel mask that I use. Uh, and I alternate them out. And I only do a mask probably about twice a week, and then a daily moisturizing, but you want to make sure that your moisturizer is not too heavy. You can't. It's not like you just get like any old lotion and throw on your face, because some of them are heavy and some of them will uh, be too greasy for your face, and in that case, it will pull any sort of dust or any particles out of the air. Uh, because the more moisture loving uh, a product is for your skin, uh, the more it's going to pull that moisture from the air, but also the particles that are naturally floating around and stuff, that's going to get taken out of the air too. So any uh, anything that's in the air is going to end up on your face if you're too oily or something like that. So you want supple skin, but you so just don't have any qualms about going to a salon or an esthetician and talking about what's right for your skin. Most people have what's known as a T zone, meaning that they get some dry skin, but across the nose and maybe right through here, like the high points of the face, tend to get uh, oily. And then even in the chin part, down there, like I have my under my bottom lip, my little divot there. I tend to pull and moisture on my face, and we'll have a breakout down there occasionally or whatever. And like it's not like I'm saying breakout. It's not like it's like the occasional pimple here or there. It's not like monkeypox or anything like that. I don't get the wrong idea. Although, and I'm way up like on this because it's like really, I'm not trying to like show off or anything like that. But yeah, I some time ago, I was a cosmetologist and know a good bit about this. Now, if you have like skin that you'd like to smooth out, that really is you want to do an exfoliation, that's something the mask. You can do a really good. These are all good for exfoliants because when I get ready to wash this off, this converts into a good scrub. So does a charcoal mask. The clear mask that I use, not so much, but to get a really, really good exfoliant on your face is really great. It's really essential because it kind of uh, pulls away that top layer that gets worn. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you know your feet. If you look at your feet and you walk around your feet and the thick soles of your feet and everything like that, and it kind of gets like tough, and that's where the calluses build. That's So if you were someone that got pedicures and everything like that, you'd have a softer and better looking feet, which I do recommend people take care of their feet. I tend to do my pedicures at home. I don't like to go out and get a pedicure. I do go out and get manicures, probably about once a month because I really don't have to show off my nails or anything like that. I do it as more of a gee, this is nice, to have someone else like maintain my nails, you know. So, but yeah, so I do know a little bit about what I'm talking about. There's a good way that you can exfoliate, which is to take. This is kind of cool. Take a little bit of raw sugar, like you can use granulated white sugar if you want to, and crunched strawberries. Ironically, and you can. This is a very natural way. Of course, the bleached out white sugar is not natural, but you're not consuming it. You're gonna put it on your face. So what you do is you'll turn that into like a poultice, and you'll put it on your face, and you'll scrub. Uh, and so if you have like rough skin, if you just really need to exfoliate, that's good. And it's also good for doing that, fluffing away that skin because it means that there's less dryness to trap oils in your sebaceous glands on your face, which results in fewer pimples. Yeah. Uh, and that's good. Uh, Stridex and things like that. They're really, really good for daily, quick, on the go cleaning. But if you overdo those things, you'll over dry your skin, and that's problematic in a whole other direction. Uh, because your skin does need moisture, but it doesn't need to be too moist, too oily, and it certainly uh, doesn't need to be too dry. And like I said, most people, myself included, typically have a T zone, probably about 70% have a T zone. Some of it's environmental, whereas, the harder or the more sweatier your face gets and everything like that, maybe that T zone becomes wider across your face and you end up getting more of a oily skin. Some people just have naturally, when we talk about oily, we're talking about what naturally gets produced, not so much what is on your skin. But then there's environmental things, like if you're someone who does a lot of cooking, say for your family or in a restaurant or something like that, and especially if you're a fry cook, you're over hot oil and fry and stuff like that, so your skin's going to become more oily due to environmental causes. But typically, we talk about when we reference that, we talk about what naturally occurs. Um, or if you say you live in a dry climate, then even though you may have some oily or a T zone, your skin will be more dry, especially on your face, that's exposed more, you know, a Nevada desert or something like that, and your lifelong, you know, uh, sand dweller, So, yeah, think about those things also. But what I want to encourage people, and especially the fellas, I want you to know that it's really good to take care of your skin. Um, it'll help you keep uh, your better appearances longer. And this is something that we know, and it's better. And I'm from Louisiana, and the generations before me and everything like that. It's not something that people uh, really thought of, as and so we see people getting wrinkled earlier than what they would need to, because for whatever reason, like exfoliation isn't that big of a deal. Maybe they used soaps that were drying on their skin, and didn't replenish moisture when it was needed or whatever. But accumulatively, yeah, at first you don't see that, but over time it's like, whoa. So and you don't need a Bed Bath and Beyond, $30 shampoo, or you don't need what are some ones that are out there? But you don't need the most expensive shampoos that you can find. I've seen shampoos out there for up to $60. There are some conditioning treatments on your hair that you use. There's, I'll tell you something. Redken Saks Fifth Avenue is the conditioner is very similar to their other formula, which was back in my day. It was a dated formula. It was uh, Redken Climatress, which was a moisture loving humectant for the hair. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Saks Fifth Avenue uh, combines it's because when we did that, and what we would do is we would look at there was one which was a humectus, which was a moisture loving shampoo, and then there was one that was it was a moisture loving conditioner for your hair, and then there was another one that was, and I forget the name of that one. It's been a minute, because these things are not really on the open market anymore. It was a protein based hair treatment. So you had one, the Climatress, that you would put on your hair probably about once, maybe twice a week, and then the protein, which gave the moisture, and then the other one for the protein that would strengthen weakened hair, either because it was thin hair or because of heat damage or chemical damage or whatever. And so what you could do is you could take those two uh, deep conditioning treatments. They're not like leave-in creamers or anything like that, but real, the type of shampoo you'd put in and leave for 15, 20 minutes and then rinse out. What you would do with these is you would mix them in ratio to uh, what you felt the client needed for their hair. So if they had thicker, stronger hair, you could use more of a humectant and a little bit of protein, and then the weaker the hair was, the more it needed fortification, the more protein you would add to the mixture as a ratio, and it would slide back and forth. And then there's a powwow of a thing called an extreme pack, which was is great, but you could mix it yourself using the humectant and the systolic acid treatment, the CAT, which was the protein that I couldn't think of at the time. CAT, systolic acid treatment, which helped fortify the proteins in the hair. What am I getting at? What am I getting at? Okay. Likewise, the chemistry you need to know for your face. Um, but I think that Saks Fifth Avenue, the Fifth Avenue from Redken, is I really think it's a mixture of Climatress, the conditioner that they had, with with a little bit of the systolic acid treatment in it. I really think it's just a rebranding of a classic product. It comes in a smaller bottle. Uh, yeah. That's kind of cool. There was some interesting things back in the day because when I was studying, when I was learning about all this chemical, and Redken was kind of like the go-to in the day. So it's still a good product, but there was a son who left the company, who left the family, left the company, started his own product line called Jerry Redding. It was basically the exact same products. And yeah, it was. Yeah, I would love to have been a part of that. Uh, a fly on the wall. I imagine it would have been a lot like, you know, uh, maybe like a soap opera of what's going on in those boardrooms or whatever when that was going on. But fact of the matter is, that's kind of when some of these products started to become less in the hands of professionals and more in the hands of you find them on the shelves now when you probably it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there was ever like a law that said, "Oh my God, you have to buy these things from your cosmetologist." It's just that. Well, some products you can't. You can go try to buy some products, and you're not going to be able to get them. I don't know if that's by law or by uh, industry, but some products, which like I know I can't go right now. My license is not active, hadn't been in years, but I can't go into a certain places to buy products because I'm not an active professional cosmetologist, and so I can't just go in and buy a developer that is over 40 volume for hair if I want to do any processing for color or something like that, you know. Uh, we used to like when I was younger, I would be able to get um, hydrogen peroxide that was like 120 uh, volume, like straight up, you know what I mean? Just like uh, really potent stuff, and then diluted as I needed it down. I thought, uh, I say 100. It's. I may be wrong on that. Maybe it was only 100. But in my mind, I'm also thinking there were different measurements on that, but it had the intensity of uh, the literally what it says, hydrogen per oxygen, that the ratio of hydrogen molecules to oxygen, and so water is like perfectly safe and is zero volume or whatever, and it's like uh, the greater the strength of it, the uh, greater the volume. So you buy this like hydrogen peroxide from the store just to give you in a brown bottle for your first aid needs, right? And you pour that on your wound, and it kind of gives a little bit of sizzle and burns a little bit, but it cleanses and everything. That is only 3% of a 10 volume peroxide. And typically, work is done from 20% to 40% with hair on that. So. Okay, so whatever. Um, I guess I'm just kind of showing off a little bit to get back to the point that I do know what I'm talking about with skincare also. One of the things that you can do, so I've talked about a natural exfoliant with the strawberries and sugar mixed half and half. Now that's with the seeds of the strawberry also. Uh, and it's really really great. It'll buff out. I've seen the results of it. It's great. Something else you can do, if you wanted to, if you can get a good, uh, well textured creamy lotion or a little bit of oil, and you can add that in to your strawberry and sugar, and you can slightly heat it up, but you want to not melt the sugars on your face. You're not trying to make a syrup. You're trying to scrub. You need the roughness of the granule for the exfoliation. Now, if you want to provide nutrient to your skin, and it's not necessarily needing the exfoliant at that particular day that you want to do this, but you want to add some nutrients to your skin to make it more supple and more healthy and everything, you can uh, mash up a banana, slightly warm it, and then rub it on your face. Now, I know it sounds disgusting, but you know what? These are fruits and vegetables, and these are the first things that people did for their face. This is avocado. This is not. It's not entirely avocado. It's not like guacamole on my face. I mean, there are products and chemicals. It is a store bought product, but just case in point, foods, fruits, vegetables, and everything like that. They were our first skincare, and they still do well. Some of those things. So check out some of those things. Most importantly, I want to just raise awareness of skincare. Uh, as you guys and gals, you're guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, you are probably still vibrant, young, and beautiful and healthy, and I'm here to tell you that the skin gets weathered, and you need to take care of it to, you know, yeah. If it's something that is a priority, uh, uh, looking your best, even if it's not like, oh my God, I need to look youthful or anything like that. I mean, I'm like in my 50s. I'm not trying to, fool anybody, but I do want my skin to look as healthy as it can. And because of that, skincare is a priority. And so be aware of that. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go because it is time for me to now cleanse my face. I'm going to take a little water and scrub on my face, and it's great, and it feels exhilarating. This stuff feels wonderful. There are mint masks that you get that have like a little bit of minty refreshness to it. Oh my God, it's great. Okay, and also everything that's going on, we have a lot of stuff going on in the world. Do not forget to take time, if you are fortunate enough to be able to do so, uh, take time to give yourself a little pampering. There are people who don't have this luxury. There are people who are living in group homes, and they're sharing, uh, small spaces with a lot of people. Small spaces with a lot of people, and they don't have time to sit around in a tub for an hour, uh, making a video and chilling out and relaxing. So take advantage of your blessing. Don't let it be wasted. And with everything that's going on, who can't use a little bit of relaxation? That's really what this is about. Also, skincare, but also relaxation. All right, I will talk to everybody later, I'm sure. Bye.